It's 2025 and it might be a new year, but it is the same old physical media collecting, movie loving JT the Talking Head coming at you with the first YouTube video of the year. At the beginning of the year 2024, I made a video detailing my favorite box sets of the year that released in 2023. And it's a video that I wanted and intended to do this year because I am a box set collector for sure. I love box sets. I don't have a whole lot of them, but I love box sets. It's probably my favorite thing to collect as far as physical media goes. But the problem lies in the fact that I didn't really buy that many box sets this year. I certainly didn't buy enough to justify making a whole video about. So what I thought about doing instead was making a video going over my just in general favorite physical media purchases of the year. And I think that I've come up with about 20 or so here that I am wanting to dive into. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, a little disclaimer, all of these movies that I'm going to talk about today are 100% opinionated. Like, this is all just based on my opinion. There are different criteria within my opinion for what I chose and why I chose them. Some could be because the 4K disc was had like an awesome transfer. Some could be because I love the cover art. Some might be because it's a loaded box set with tons of goodies. Some might be that it's an amazing steelbook with a really cool, artwork. Might be just the disc was loaded down with bonus features. There are different reasons, and I will kind of go over the different reasons here. Another quick disclaimer, I believe I've seen every movie multiple times in this stack here, but I've certainly not got to view all of these discs themselves. So that's where it comes into the fact that this is really just a physical media review or showcase, I guess, because I'm not really talking about the movie, which is something that, in my channel, if you've been watching me for a while, I really do try to keep, I put an emphasis on the physical media, but I keep the movie first and foremost. This is not a video about that. This is a video about the physical presentation of the movie, or in some cases, just the fact that the disc that they released, the home disc, the 4K disc or what have you, was just very impressive to me. So let's get into it, and we're going to start with number 20, and it's actually going to be a Blu-ray, and it's the only standard Blu-ray that's in this entire list, and it's from Shout Studios, Tenacious D, and The Pick of Destiny. This movie, I picked this as my number 20 spot because I rode so hard for this movie. I have loved it to death, and it was trapped on DVD only before Shout picked it up in 2024. And if you go to my TikTok, I have made multiple videos begging anybody to pick this movie up and drop it on Blu-ray. I would love a 4K of it, but I also understand why it just came out to Blu-ray. I think I have a review of this on my channel. I'll link it below if I did. I believe I do, but I do love this movie. It's one of my favorite comedic movies of all time. I know that it's stupid as shit, but I love Jack Black and Kyle Gass together. And this, this release, it, not having a slipcover or anything, did make it feel a bit lackluster comparatively to some of the others that you're about to see in this video, but I think that for the sheer importance that this movie is no longer trapped on DVD makes this a worthy place to start off our list at number 20. So yeah, Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. Next up is a studio release from Paramount Pictures. We have Sweeney Todd. Now I know that this was a movie that came in the Paramount Screams or Paramount Scares box set or whatever. Those box sets are really, really cool, but I don't own them. And then in this video, I just really wanted to showcase stuff that I do own that I can actually physically show you. As far as the, it's just a standard disc with a slipcover, but this edition of the movie, this 4K edition, this movie looks incredible on 4K, and it's absolutely loaded down with bonus features. And I also love, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera, but like the text for the 4K and Blu-ray is super shiny, but also his razor blade is shiny, and I just think it's like a really cool detail. There's a couple things that are shiny, like anything that's metal shines and glistens in this, but it's really noticeable on his razor blade. So yeah, I really loved this release. I just got this for Christmas, so I've barely had it for a couple weeks at this point, recording this video, but I watched it right away and I absolutely loved it. I thought that this movie looked so good in 4K. So yeah, number 19, Sweeney Todd. Coming in at 18 is Demons 1 and 2 from Synapse Films. Now, I have not watched these 4K discs yet. I've seen the movies. I've watched them on, I think, Shudder or whatever. They're Umberto Bava, produced by Dario Argento. They're fantastic movies. I love the movies to death. I've been dying to get them on 4K. I would have loved to get the box set from Arrow or even the box set from Synapse, but those are out of print and really expensive. And these went on a really good Amazon sale earlier this year. And I really, even though they don't have slipcovers, even though they're not a box set, they're just standard Synapse Blu-rays. I love these cover arts. They're also reversible artwork, and there's like the movie ticket invitation thing and stuff. There's like little physical goodies, and Synapse does a pretty good job with that. I'm excited to watch these 4K scans. I haven't yet. I don't know if I will before October. They'll probably be on my October watch list for 2025 for sure. But yeah, I'm very excited to watch these. I love the movies, and these are just really interesting, really fun releases of them. Coming in at number 17 is our first Steelbook of the video, and that is Train to Busan on 4K Steelbook. This was a Walmart exclusive 4K Steelbook. Full disclosure, have not ever watched this movie. I've never seen it. I hear that it's an excellent zombie film. It is one of those that I'm definitely going to have to check out sooner rather than later. But I chose this on my list because just in general, this Steelbook is like so cool. And the inside artwork of it is nutty. Like, that's so cool looking. Come on, don't. Yeah, there we go. It's the train with a horde of zombies. I love the Steelbook. I think it's sick. It's from, who put this out? Wellgo. Yeah, Wellgo USA put this out. They put a lot of Asian, Korean, Japanese movies out. I think this is Korean, no? Yeah, so this is a Korean movie, which honestly, and I'm not somebody who has like a gripe with subtitles. Like, I can watch a movie with subtitles. It takes a bit more like mental focus to get me to put one on in the first place, because I'm a big, stupid, dumb American. But yeah, that's probably why I haven't really delved into this too much yet, but I'm very excited to watch this. This Steelbook's sick. Coming in at number 16, we have another studio release with Dune Part 2 from Warner Brothers. I'm not going to, lament on this a whole lot. I just think that the movie, it's a great movie. The new Dune series is awesome, but this disc is one of the prettiest like 4K releases that has come out in 2024. I was really happy with it. I thought it was beautiful. It's got Dolby Vision and Atmos and all that. It's just a stacked disc. I feel like it's one of those like movies that, like, if you're trying to show somebody the power of 4K, you'd put this one on. The first Dune movie is just as much like this. It's one of those like demo discs that I would just show somebody, what 4K is all about with. But yeah, Dune Part 2. I think it's kind of funny because a couple years ago I made a video that was called The Scream Factory Problem or something like that. And I just kind of like detailed all my gripes that I had with the Blu-ray label Scream/Shout Factory. A lot of those gripes are still, I feel, valid today, but I obviously didn't let them completely turned me off of buying from them, because I'm realizing sitting here that I think I bought quite a bit from Shout and Scream Factory, and that is shown here with the number 15 pick, this amazing pop art Creepshow 4K Steelbook. I love the artwork on this thing. I don't know about the movie. I haven't seen the movie since I was a little kid. I haven't watched this 4K disc yet, so I can't speak on anything like that. But the Steelbook itself is wildly impressive. If I can get the Blu-ray out here, I'll show you the inside. Look at that inside. That is so cool. Is that not freaking sick? I'm having trouble with these Steelbooks are a nightmare with a ring light. But it's such a cool Steelbook, man. I love this Steelbook, and I think that Shout Factory did a really good job, at least on the physical design of it. And yeah, like I said, this video is mostly about physical design. I remember liking the movie. I do, but I just haven't seen it since I was probably 10 years old, so I cannot speak to that as much at this point. But yeah, great Steelbook, solid number 15 spot. Coming in at number 14 is another one from Shout/Scream Factory, and that is the Return of the Living Dead Steelbook. And this is another good example of what I mean by I really just chose this video, these picks based on the physical media presentation, because I'll let you guys on the secret, I don't really like this movie that much. Don't crucify me. Don't crucify me. It's a fine movie. There's nothing inherently wrong about it. I just think that I prefer before the split with Romero and when this movie was created. I think I just prefer the timeline that Romero took the movies in instead of the Return of the Living Dead timeline. And I even like the Lucio Fulci one more. I love the zombie and Zombie 4 and 5 and all that shit. But this movie, not so great for me. But this Steelbook, though, is killer. We got Property Department of the Army. Do not open the barrel on the inside. And it's a stacked disc. You get 3 discs, and two Blu-rays, 4K. You got them and the teenagers in the car there on the inside. This the movie looks great. I'll give it that for sure. The 4K scan looked awesome, because I have watched this particular 4K of this movie, and it looks good. It's stacked with bonus features as well. It's if you're a Return of the Living Dead fan, which I know there's a lot of you out there, this is a good deal for you. This is a great release for you. You'll love it. Next up at number 13, we have I didn't intend it to fall this way, but all of these Shout Factory stuff came just kind of lined up together, kind of like right in the middle of the list, which I guess, they're still in the running for my favorite releases of the year. But kind of middle of the list is I guess where they kind of belong in some ways. But this is UHF on 4K, starring Weird Al Yankovic. I chose this because it's one of my favorite comedy movies. This is where I'm kind of bending the rule, because I just love this movie. It's got a lot of great special features on it. The disc looks perfectly serviceable for a 4K. I'm not a big fan of how they did the Scream Factory thing, or the Shout Factory's thing, which they always do when they have a Blu-ray out and then they release a 4K of that Blu-ray, and they don't give you, because they always commission Blu-ray collector's edition art and they don't put it on the 4K. You just get the standard stupid theatrical artwork on here, with no commissioned collector's edition artwork. And I kind of get it, because it's like that's something that does kind of limit it's limited to the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is the collector's edition. This is not the collector's edition. I kind of get that in a way, but also I just think that they should go ahead and throw it on there. That's been one of my biggest gripes with Shout Factory. And they do that on all their 4Ks if the 4K had a Blu-ray before. Now, if the 4K is on, it's their first release of it and it's coming on 4K, it'll get a reversible cover art usually. But if it's had a Blu-ray in the past, it does not get that Blu-ray collector's edition artwork. And I think that's bullshit, Shout. You should put that artwork on a reversible sleeve. We're paying $35, $40 fucking for these. they should have at least the reversible cover art. It's stupid, but UHF's a great fucking movie, huh? The next up at number 12 is this amazing Old Boy box set from Neon. Now, there's a lot to love here, and there's a couple things to kind of hate. The things that hate are actually kind of major things. It's an amazing presentation. I love the presentation with the textured box. It's a media book that comes inside of it. So you get, essays, movie stills, all that. But the discs are in a sleeve here, and I hate that. They should have done what typical media books do and put a disc holder on this page that it snaps into place with, because this is just going to cause it to get scratched up and stuff, and the Blu-ray where it's on the back here too. And then also another place that they kind of screwed up this release, your art cards for it come in this envelope, and it closes with a sticky sticker thing. It should have been a Velcro thing. It should have been Velcro. I've already ripped the sticker thing. I've already pulled off some of the paper from the envelope. I'm not going to open it for you and show you what's inside, because I don't ever want to open it again now, because I'm afraid that I'm going to destroy it if I do. So like I said, there's a lot to hate, unfortunately, about this set. However, it makes up for it in a big way, because it's a very pretty set. It's a good piece on the shelf, but also Old Boy is just a fantastic K thriller. Park Chan-wook, amazing director, and this presentation, the 4K of it, is absolutely insane. Neon blew it out of the park. I loved this version of this movie. It's great. Coming in at number 11 is another Steelbook. We got Blazing Saddles. This Steelbook is incredible. The artwork on it, I love it. And on the back, you got Mongo. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is my, I go back and forth between this and Young Frankenstein being my favorite Mel Brooks flick. It's a movie that's like wildly important to me. And to see it get such a great physical media release is so heartwarming to see. It deserves it. The 4K looks absolutely incredible on this release. So if you haven't yet picked this up, I don't know if it's still in print. It might have gone out of print. It came out in November. But if you can't get this, at least get the standard 4K, because it's definitely a movie that deserves the 4K, and it had a lot of love on that 4K. So yeah. Next up is another fairly new release at number 10. We are getting into our top 10 now. Back in November, dropped Kevin Smith's new movie, the 4:30 movie. It's a fun movie. It is a really fun movie. There's a lot of fun to be had with it. It's not his best movie in the world, which we kind of knew it wouldn't be, but it is a really fun movie. But the Steelbook for this is absolutely insane. So it's a Lionsgate Steelbook. So we get our slipcover, but then you take the slipcover off, and it's a mother flippin' VHS tape, dude. Like, that's just sick. That's just amazing. And the discs are VHS reels. There's so much love that went into this movie being a movie about friends and friendship in the 1980s. There's so much love that went into this physical media release, and I feel like the release matches the love and the vibe of the film perfectly. Like I said, it's a really fun film. Probably not his best work, but it is still a really fun movie. And this Steelbook is friggin' sick. I don't know if this is still in print or not. It came out in November. So if you can still get this on Amazon, Walmart, whatever, you should order it, because it's definitely worth having in your collection. Next up is a bit of an odd case. We have The Green Room in 4K from Second Sight Films. Now, this is a movie that I would have got the box set of, but I missed it, so I just got the standard. But that being said, the standard is still a release that's well worth your dollars. The Second Sight did an amazing job bringing this into 4K. There's tons and tons of great bonus features on it. It's a really great release. I'm not going to cover it too much because it's just, there's not much to talk about here because I don't have the box set. I wish that I could get the box set, but because the box set definitely would be actually probably a higher, far further closer to number one. But I love this movie, and I love the disc that it comes with, that Second Sight put so much TLC into. Yeah, they're great. So coming in at number 8, we have another new release that dropped at the beginning of December of last year, Godzilla -1. I love this steelbook, man. The only thing that I don't really like about it is that they chose to go just nothing on the back of the slipcover, but that's okay because the slipcover is not really the point of the steelbook. The point of the steelbook is this amazing scenery of Zilla that is incredible. It also comes with a mini poster, which I'm not going to unfold and show. It's a 3-disc set. The discs all have artwork, which I'm not really going to show. I have done unboxings of these. They're on my TikTok. I think this one's probably even, it was under a minute, I think, so it's probably on YouTube Shorts. I don't remember, but, and then you get that. So if you want to see like a more longer, in-depth box set or steelbook unboxing of this, definitely go check out the shorts, the TikTok, whatever. You won't be disappointed, I tell you that much. The steelbook is sick. Coming in at number 7 is Tank Girl from Umbrella. This is a kind of unique situation. It's the only Umbrella release in the entire video. It's also the only second Umbrella release that I have on my shelf. I have their Prisoners of Ghostland standard Blu-ray on the shelf as well. This movie, though, is one of my all-time favorite, like, stoner flicks that you just, you get a little loopy, and then you watch it, and you're good to go. I grew up watching this with my buddy in high school. Shout out Gabe. He showed it to me for the first time, and yeah, I absolutely love Tank Girl. It's got this really great pop art on the background too, and then your slipcover comes off. It's also tight slipcover, and we got the original Tank Girl artwork. And this is something I've always liked about Umbrella. I don't do it because I think that like these ratings and stuff, the Australian rating and stuff being on here is kind of a conversation piece, and it kind of, I don't know, I think it's cool because it shows that this is not a US release. It feels like it's something you shouldn't have. It feels like it's, like something that's from exotic or some shit like that. But they do have a reversible cover art of the same thing that you can flip it around. You don't have to look at the warning label. But so for people who like that and don't want the rating, the big obnoxious ratings that they do in the UK and Australia and stuff all over their movies, that's great for you. I typically, though, will keep it on my release. However, I am glad, though, that they did manage to get this slipcover out the door without any ratings on it, because that probably would have distracted from this really cool pop art. I know that Eureka also did a version of Tank Girl as well, but I haven't checked that one out yet. But this Australian one from Umbrella is really fantastic. It looks great. It's got a lot of bonus features. Love it. Coming in at number 6, we got this big hunkin' chunkin' boy, and it would not be a video if I didn't talk about one of my all-time favorite Blu-ray labels, Arrow Video, and their release of the Conan Chronicles. We got Barbarian and Destroyer in this amazing box set. They also released these 2 separate box sets for each movie. I've watched both of these in 4K. They're both killer looking 4K discs. They are both stacked with bonus features. This release is awesome. You get posters for both movies. You get a booklet. You get the 2 separate discs. This is one of the best box sets that came out in 2024, full stop, in my opinion. Arrow Video always knocks it out of the park with their really big box sets. Their Hellraiser Quartet of Punishment one or whatever was the one that I thought was really, 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 really cool. I didn't get it personally because it was really, really, really expensive, but it was another one that was super cool. But this one is one of my personal favorites that came out this year. It's one of my it's one of my favorite box sets, but it's overall one of my favorite physical media releases because, like, as you see, it's in the top 6. So boom. Coming in at number 5, we're now in the top 5, and we are going to be sticking with Arrow for a couple more minutes and their amazing release of Trick or Treat on 4K. There was 2 different slipcovers. This is the standard one, and then there was one that was an Arrow Shop exclusive that had I think it was like the theatrical cover on it. But this is a really, really, really great little release of this movie, and I do kind of wish that they did a box set with this, with a booklet and all that, but what can you do? So you got some art cards. You do get a little booklet in here. I wish it was just maybe a little thicker or whatever, and you get a poster. So there's not much to complain about here for sure. This is a really great release. The 4K disc looks amazing. I absolutely adored watching it. This is one of my favorite movies to watch. I watch it every Halloween season, every October without fail, usually on the week of Halloween, sometimes even on Halloween itself if I don't have much else going on that day. But this is always a watch for Halloween. I love this movie so very much. Speaking of Halloween watches, our number 4 is a Halloween watch as well, and we're still sticking with Arrow Video. We've got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark on 4K UHD. They did release a Blu-ray a few years ago. This is the 4K of Elvira. This movie looks awesome. Other than the fact that it's a 4K, in every other way it's identical to the Blu-ray, down to the same kind of artworks and everything. Here is your 4K or your 4K artwork here, the theatrical poster, and then it does have a reversible with the Arrow Video commissioned one. There is a little booklet. I don't remember if there was a little booklet that originally came with the Blu-ray or not, or if this is new, but I am pretty sure that this is because my Blu-ray for it didn't get one, but I know that Arrow typically will drop their booklets out of print after a certain number of releases have been made. But I'm glad that I have the booklet for the 4K. I would like to read those and stuff. The one thing I don't understand why they did this, they released this with their November drops. You really would think this would be an October drop. It should have been October drop. This, because Trick or Treat was an October drop. These should have dropped together. Not saying they're a great double feature, but I mean they could be. But they're they really should have dropped together. I don't know why they waited till November, but whatever. I have it now. It's a great movie. This is a great 4K disc. Go out and get this for sure. Sorry, I need a coffee break. I've been going for, the recording says 40 minutes. Of course, you're not going to see 40 minutes because there's going to be a lot of editing and stuff, but I've been going for about 40 minutes now, so I need a little cup of Joe break. So I asked a few of my friends, if you guys don't mind, to come in and cover a little bit of my shift, give me a little bit of a break, and tell us about what some of their favorite Blu-ray 4K releases are of the year. So enjoy that, and I'm gonna go back to my coffee break.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Chris.
And I'm Emily.
And we're here to give you our opinions on the best physical media releases of 2024.
My favorite release of 2024 was the 4K Steelbook of Five Nights at Freddy's. I really love the artwork, especially the cupcake on the back, and that they have the drawings that the little girl did on the inside.
And my favorite release of 2024 was the Hell House LLC Complete Collection by Umbrella Entertainment. This is a beautiful box set with an awesome lenticular on the front that my camera isn't picking up super great, but I'm doing the best I can. The only complaint I have at all about this set is that all of the 4 movies were shoved into 3 cases instead of 4 separate cases. I would have preferred it that way, but each one of them has a different clown artwork on the front. Overall, super happy with this set and very happy to finally have Hell House on physical media. Thanks, JT, for including our top picks for 2024 physical media releases. Y'all enjoy the rest of the video.
Bye.
So, seeing as how I don't buy a lot of fancy schmancy box sets and stuff like that, my two picks for the physical media of 2024 are to two movies that I feel have needed upgrades for an extremely long time. First up, we have the 4K of The Faculty. Even the Blu-ray of this was just a DVD rip. It looked awful. This looks absolutely fantastic. It was just like seeing it in the theater when I saw it in the theater 27 years ago. And next up, we have Cannibal the Musical from Refuse Films. This does look really good compared to the DVD. I mean, they only had so much to work with. So, of course, you know, it's not stunning 4K or anything, but the transfer on this is still absolutely awesome.
Hey guys, this is Judas from the JCC, here to show you my favorite pick for 2024, and that is the Gara Guts trilogy from 88 Films. To have this film in 2024 shows me that we are preserving the freedom of art when it comes to movies, because this is one gory, sexual, weird-ass trilogy, but we got it completely uncut and in this beautiful box set, nonetheless, from 88 Films in 2024. That is why it's my favorite release. Ah!
Alright, so I was asked to pick what my favorite new release of 2024 was, and I bought more new releases in 2024 than I actually thought I did. Got pretty heavy into the Steelbooks. This is the majority of what I got, but I'm going to share what my favorite release of 2024 was. Alright, so out of all those 2024 releases that I picked up, two of them are my favorite, and they're basically my favorite for the same reason. If you follow me, you know I love 80s movies. Classic 80s movies are just my jam. So one of them is a movie that was released in 2024 from the 80s, and the other is a movie released in 2024 that was set in the 80s. And I love these Steelbook releases for basically the same reason. They're both kind of retro, and they give me that retro vibe, feeling, mindset when I'm watching the movie. I actually feel like I have a little piece of nostalgia from that time. So the first one is this Footloose Steelbook, and I love it because it is, first off, shaped like a Walkman. I love that it looks like stickers on the back to represent different songs and stuff from the soundtrack. If you know me, I also love a good soundtrack, and the Footloose soundtrack is one of my favorites. And I used to play that on a tape in my Walkman with my headphones all the time, mowing the lawn, running around, just everywhere that I did, playing in the yard, whatever. I had my Footloose jamming on my Walkman, and I love that this is just such a retro vibe. Comes with a movie poster of Kevin Bacon. It's basically this blown up that reminds me of just like old 80s lockers posters. And then, of course, the inside has little scenes from the movie and stuff. Here, I'll show you the locker poster real quick. This just reminds me of something you would have had taped up in your locker in the 80s, and I love the whole vibe of that. Then the other one is I Love Kevin Smith, He Can Do No Wrong, 4:30 movie, set in the 80s, has this like classic VHS vibe. It looks like the cardboard cover of it, but it's a cool slip for what looks like a VHS, and it even has like the feel, you can feel like the gears and stuff of the VHS on there. Those were Monique's Movie Madness's favorite 2024 pickups.
My favorite physical media release of 2024 was Vinegar's 4K of Rotilius. I love this movie. It originally came out in 1961. I couldn't believe they were doing this. The box is so fantastic. The Slippy is so fantastic. It's got the reversible box cover art, which you can have this box art or this art. Love it. Came with 3 discs. Came with a sweet poster. The poster is the Anatomy of the Monster. Favorite release of 2024.
So my favorite 2024 release is going to be Late Night with the Devil. Absolutely love this set. There were many good ones this year, but this was my number one for the year. There's the disc art, the inside, the Conversations with the Devil booklet, and kind of cool, I think, too, is you get this little, looks like a little TV guide with it as well. And of course the art cards. And I was able to snag 1,207 of 3,500. So yeah, Late Night with the Devil.
All right, so I'm just going to dive in and let you guys know what my top physical releases of the year are. We're going to start with, in no particular order, we've got the Lawnmower Man collection from 101 Films. It's got both the original film and the second film, which I thought was fantastic. It's only Blu-ray, but it's still incredible. Next up, again, in no particular order, we have the Vixen trilogy. I want to make sure these are appropriate to show on camera. They are. We've got Vixen, Super Vixens, and let me make sure, Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. And the reason I'm including this is because this is one of the most stunning releases I've ever seen restoration-wise. Quickly up next, we've got the 4:30 movie, Kevin Smith's entry, Steelbook. This is just it was a fun movie, but the physical release is fantastic, looking like an actual tape. Loved it. Also, we've got the Bing Crosby, Bob Hope, On the Road With set from Kino Lorber, new release Blu-ray, fantastic. And I wish I could dive in deeper to this, but I don't want to steal all of the time here. Last but certainly not least, we've got the Dark Skies films 50th anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, I've got the little chainsaw. It's got the Blu-ray 4K, it's got the VHS. Thank you guys, and I will see you on the next one.
What's going on? Screen Time Kota here, and I'm about to show off two of my favorite 2024 physical media releases that I got last year, so let's get into this. First up, I got 2024's Osgood Perkins Longlegs Steelbook. This was an overseas steelbook that I had to hunt down and grab off of eBay. I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I saw it opening day. I loved it. Nicolas Cage, Micah Monroe. This film is just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend checking out Longlegs. Next up, I got 2023's All of Us Strangers. This was one of my favorite films. Not one of my favorite. This was my favorite film of 2023. I am still so mad that it was not even nominated for any awards. Last year, it was upgraded to Criterion Collection, and I was able to get it for Christmas, and I was so happy about it. This movie is beautiful. The cinematography, the script writing, the characters, the acting, it's heartbreaking. It's a punch to the stomach of a film. And Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal, amazing. If you have not checked this out, definitely check this out. Those are my two favorite films, two of my favorite physical media purchases of 2024. See y'all next time.
Happy New Year, JT. I have two items that I'd like to share with the class. First being the American Psycho 4K Steelbook release that Walmart did in March. Really what sold me was the slipcover. It's just, I thought that was just so cool. The second item that I'd like to share is my Arrow 4K release of Trick or Treat that Santa brought me. Both of these movies are like all-time favorite movies, and I was just so glad to be able to upgrade both. American Psycho I had on Blu-ray, but Trick or Treat I only had on DVD. Thank you for asking.
Hi, I'm Zed. I'm 26 years old. I'm 6'9", and I live in Michigan. I'm looking for love, and I have weed. I don't get many opportunities to add new releases to my collection, but I have fantastic friends and a birthday that falls in July. This last birthday just so happened to coincide with the new release of one of my very favorite movies, The Meg. This was a Walmart 4K Steelbook that came out in July of 2024, and it's gorgeous. The front has Pippin swimming in front of a sunset, and the Meg coming up from the permafrost depths, ready to strike. The back has, again, a really large megalodon chasing a really small human. The inside is just as cool. You see, the discs are cool because megalodon teeth, but lackluster in comparison of this inside image. Look how iconic this is. Very colorful, all these inner tubes, kayaks, and the megalodon swimming underneath them. This scene is one of my favorites in the movie, and so iconic that they used it for the promotional material. And because I can already feel that my segment is going on for too long, as a token of my appreciation, here, have the digital code for the mag. JT, don't you take it! Leave this part of the video in. Let somebody else have a treat. Okay?
Is it over? Is my break over? Yeah. Thanks guys for letting me know about your favorite movies. Let's get back in. We're into the top 3 now. And real quick, go follow all those guys. Their social links will be down below. Go do it. Go do it. Yeah, because they're all super cool. You guys got to see how cool they are, and I promise you, if they're like that cool on my channel, they're extra cool on their own channels. Go follow them. Let's get back into the top 3 favorite physical media releases of 2024. Oh, this is a big one. Hold on. I gotta get my muscles, gotta get limbered up to lift this big boy. We got the Hitcher from Second Sight. This box set's insane. This box set is nuts, dude. It's one of the, like, other than like a gimmicky box set that has like, you know, tons and tons of movies in it, like those like Sony Pictures box sets or the Star Wars box sets and stuff. This, for one single movie, this is a redonkulous release, man. It's, look at all this stuff this comes. I didn't get to do a video covering this release, but it comes with so much stuff. You got the whole ass screenplay of the movie. You got a 200-page essay book, hardback. You got a 4K and a Blu-ray with special features. And as always, you got a bunch of really cool art cards and stuff. This movie is wild. This release is wild. It deserves the movie is wild, as this just really deserves a release like this. I watched The Hitcher for the first time when I bought this. I bought this blind, and I bought it because I didn't want to miss out on this legendary release from Second Sight, because Second Sight is, I've done a lot of soul searching, going back and forth between if Criterion, Arrow, or Second Sight is my favorite label. I don't buy from Second Sight a whole lot, but because what I do buy, I buy typically the nicer ones, if I can help it, and the ones that I really love. But when they drop a movie that I really love, man, I really love it. And I think that Second Sight might be my favorite boutique Blu-ray label. I absolutely adore their work. I feel like they are the definition of premium. Before I discovered them, to me, Criterion was the definition of premium, but Criterion ain't releasing sets. They do release some really cool box sets, but they're not releasing sets that are this caliber. This is some of the coolest stuff, man, and this box set for The Hitcher is going to be legendary. This is going to be one of those sets that is like Second Sight's The Witch or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that when it goes out of print, and I think it already is out of print, but after a while of it being out of print, it's going to be worth a lot of money, and there is going to be people hounding for it and kicking themselves so hard that they missed it. It is definitely an amazing set, and I guess I lucked up because, like I said, I hadn't watched the movie when I bought it, but I did watch the movie and I absolutely loved it, and I'm so glad that I bought this set and pulled the trigger on it. Also, I bought this from Diabolic DVD, and they said that it was damaged, and I got like the damaged discount on it, which is only like 10%, but it was still something. It pretty much got me free shipping. Yeah, not a fucking ding on this thing. I don't know where they were saying the damage is. My eyes, and I'm somebody who's pretty scrutinous with damage, my eyes can't tell where the damage is. But yeah, this is a killer release, man. If you find a way to get this for a good price, get it. And if you can't get this, at least get the standard 4K, because the disc looks amazing. It's loaded with bonus features on the disc as well. It's definitely worth your time. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have a twofer with the Walmart and Amazon exclusive 4K Steelbooks of The Crow. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. Period. I love The Crow so much, and when they dropped these Steelbooks, I really could not choose between them, so I went ahead and picked both of them up. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember which is which as far as exclusivity goes. I think that the red one was Walmart and this one was Amazon. But here is, and I could be wrong, and I put a text saying that I was wrong. I should have done the research. And if I didn't do the research, you can flame me in the comments for it. But here's the back of that. Boom, there's this one. Now the insides are the same. But yeah, these steels are absolutely sick. I love both of these so much. I can't choose one over the other still. So these are exactly the same. I'm counting 2 for 1 as my number 2 spot. I absolutely love it. And these would have been my favorite piece of physical media that came out last year if it hadn't been for Christmas, where I got my number 1 pick. My number 1 pick for favorite piece of physical media 2024 is the 85th anniversary theater edition of The Wizard of Oz. And I'll tell you why. I am a sucker for a box set. I love a good box set. But you know what I also love? A really good steelbook. And this is an amazing box set. And it's a really amazing steelbook. And that is, I couldn't ask for more. I'm a major Wizard of Oz fan. I have been all my life. It's one of the first movies I have memory of watching. It's Wizard of Oz and Jungle Book. And I've been watching it since I was probably in my mother's womb, because it's also one of her favorite movies. This steelbook is incredible. You have the Wicked Witch of the West. On the back, you have Dorothy, Scarecrow, Lion, and Tin Man following the yellow brick road to the city of Oz. The discs are beautiful. They're green and they have silhouettes of the Wicked Witch. And then here's an unobstructed view of the inside of the steelbook. The box set is incredible. We have the Wicked Witch looking in her crystal ball. And on the back, we get the whole gang outside the door of Oz. It's beautiful. We also get a whole cast of goodies in here. I'll pull them out and I'll show you kind of the gist of all of these. The big piece probably is you get a movie ticket to the premiere from the Chinese theater. You get a bunch of like movie posters, like little movie posters. Then you also get an invitation from MGM Studios. It's blown out. You can't see it. There. To attend the premiere of The Wizard of Oz. All of this stuff just, I mean, it's a beautiful set. You get all of these goodies. It's so wonderful. And it is a set that honestly, I feel like does justice for the movie. Sometimes when movies come out on physical media, you can't say that. You can't, like, a really good movie could get a really disappointing physical release. Sometimes it happens, or sometimes it just gets a standard release, and that's okay. I look at like the situation that's going on with the movie 7 and the 4K for that, how it was like this amazing what's in the box edition, and then they canceled it and they gave everyone just a steelbook, and it's a different steelbook, and it's kind of a plain boring looking steelbook. I look at that and I'm like, yeah, I feel sorry for fans of that movie. But if you are a Wizard of Oz fan, this is the movie. This is the edition that you want to get. Now you can get this steelbook. You can get this Wicked Witch steelbook without the box set and without the goodies. But the box set and the goodies to me make this release. Now, if I just got the steelbook, this would probably still be it would have been on the list in the top 20. It probably would have been, somewhere around the middle. But because this also came with this amazing box set and all these goodies, it's a release that even had to jump over The Crow. It had to jump over The Hitcher, just because, and like I said, this is a very personal list for me. You guys might be looking at the valuation of this set versus like The Hitcher and be like, well, The Hitcher's got a lot more for the price. That's okay. If that's the kind of person you are, if that's the kind of collector you are, that's perfectly fine. You can feel that way if you want to. I don't. I'm clouded with nostalgia and with my love for this movie in general, and that is why seeing this movie have this release is something that really, really, really makes me truly happy. It makes me so happy to see this. And there is my top 20 pieces of physical media. Man, what a video. I've been here for about an hour now recording straight, except for when I was able to have a little break because of my friends. Shout out to them again. All of their links will be in the description below. You should go follow them on their TikToks, if there even is a TikTok when this video goes up, and also their Instagrams and all that stuff. Go follow them, please. You won't be disappointed. Thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a like, leave a comment of what your favorite piece or pieces of physical media that released in 2024 were, and also drop a comment and let me know what your most anticipated piece of physical media in 2025 will be. And let's look forward to the future. We can reflect back and we have all these nice pieces in our collections, and it's so great. Physical media was on fire in 2024. Here's to a bigger and better physical media year in 2025. Cheers to that, everyone. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Let's ring in the new year with some new 4Ks and Blu-rays, y'all. All right, I'm JT the Talking Head. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.